students, today I am going to tell you about the basic proof truss separators and what you have to do to measure the forces in a truss frame and compare with analytical values obtained from basic roof truss separators. So what we have to do, we have this triangle over here and we will put weight over here. So this is basically the truss apparatus and this is only the triangle over here, you can see, and I will apply weight over here, and then what will happen, I will get values over here on this member force, on this member force, and in this member force. But keep it in mind always that this should be the compression because it is fixed, this is also compression, and this one should be in tensile because this is tensile force. Why is it so? Stretch it, so it will get stretched outside. So when it gets stretched outside, so what does it mean by that? It is a tensile force. So what I have to do, I will put weight, I will hang weight over here, but keep it in mind your scales should be at 0. So you will arrange it. If it is not so, so you can move it like this. So I can rotate it like this. So it is now not 0, so I will move it like this. And now it is completely 0, you can see. So first you have to make your scale 0, and in this case you also have to do is 0, and let me tell you how can you read this. So when I stretch it, you can see this one is 0, then we have 50 grams. Then another line is 100 grams, then 150 grams, then this is 250. So this is 300 grams, this is 350 grams, 400 grams, 450 grams, and this is become 500 grams. So it is 0.5 kgs. Then you have to add 50 grams, 50 grams. So each line is for 50 grams. So when you are moving so it will become 1 kg, or you can say 1000 grams. So if it is 750, so it is 800 grams, this is 850. And this is 900 grams, 950 grams, and this will become 1 kg or 1000 grams, you can say. So now you are moving and onwards and you will become 2 kg. So, and if you are going to see this scale, what I will consider this inner value, which one is the green one. So you can say this is 1 kg, 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg, 5 kg, 6 kg, 7, 8, 9 and 10 kg. So you will get the value like this, and you will get the, and keep it in mind one more thing. Whenever you are going to press this one, so it should be like this. If it is open, so you will take the value of the P, and you have to take the value at track. So you can see when I push it, so you can see this is track and this one is P. When I open it, so it will become P. So I will take the reading at track. So the same case goes over here, and all the reading is here the same. And now what I have to do, it should be on 0 as well. So you will rotate this dial gauge, so it is 0. Now I am going to put the weight over here, then I will get the reading. For example, I am taking weight of the, I am going to take higher weight here. This is 2 Newton. This one is 2 Newton. This is 2 Newton. So now this is 6 Newton. Weight is over there, and now I am going to check it how much weight is coming over here. For example, what are the member forces are coming over here. You have done the topic of the trusses, and it will help. It is very easy for to get it. How is it so? 0.3 kg. This is 0.3 kg. You can see that on the dial gauge 0.4 kg. 2, 3, 4. It is on the 4 kg. So you have to take 0.4 kg for this force member. And now I am moving towards here. For example, if you are taking A, B, C. So this is, for example, if A, B side. So what is the weight coming over here? So the peak is on. So I am going to put it off. Now what I have to do over here, you can see how much weight is coming over here. Obviously, what is the member forces coming over here is 0.4 kg again. So you have to convert these kg into the Newton. Now let me check here what is the tensile forces in this member is coming out. For example, AB. So what is it? So you can see this is 250, and then at which line it is coming, this black line. So it is coming at 300 grams. So it is coming out to be 300 grams because it is more than 50 grams. So you can see the line is here. at this line it is crossing or touching, so it is become 300 grams. So you will take the values from it and you can change the weights over here. So you will be able to find out the member forces from here, and whenever you get it member forces in grams, so you have to convert into Newton. So how can you convert into Newton? Force equals to mass into gravity. So you will have to multiply by 9.81. So you will get your value. Thanks. Today I am going to tell you how can you complete your manuals for the experiment number 6. How can you fill the observation table and how can you do calculations in it. So experiment number 6 is to experimentally measure the forces in a loaded frame and then compare them with values calculated from theory. So what we have to do here, this is the roof truss apparatus, and I already told you while I was doing this practical that this one member force should be in tension, this one is in compression, this one is in compression. So what we have to do, we have to measure its length, this length, and what we will get it, we will get member forces here. How can I get member forces here? So you can see this one is the member force, this one is the member force. I will get it from the gauges, and I will also get this is the also the member force which is in tension, and we will hang the weight in the center. So how can we do that? How can we draw the diagram of this? So we will draw this triangle. You know very well that we will hang weight over here. This is A, C, and B. When we measure the length, so we have to measure the length of AB, BC, and AC. Here it is. What is this? We have to use cosine law and sine law for the theoretical calculation. So I will tell you how can you fill your observation table. So here it is. If you, for example, if you are going to put the load of 5 Newton, for example, it's up to you whatever the weight you are going to take it. For example, this is 10 Newton and this one is 15 Newton. In the fourth case, you are taking 20 Newton and this is 25 Newton. So what you will do, you will measure the length of AB, BC, and AC for the when you put the weight of 5 Newton. So you will write down the length over here. For example, your length is coming out 0.61, and here is it is also coming out 0.61 meter. I'm not telling you in millimeter. Length is written over here is in millimeter. So for example, I'm going to write it down. It is in meter. So whatever the length you will get it, you should convert it into meter. So, for example, you are putting weight, you are taking length 0.72 meter. How did you get this length? When you put the weight of 5 Newton in this apparatus, so what you have to do, you have to measure the length of AB, BC, and AC. Is it clear to all of you? So next, what you have to do, you have to find out the member forces. You will get 2 columns under the heading of member forces: analytical result and practical result. So analytical result, you will get it from a theoretical calculation, and practical result, you will get it from the apparatus. So how you get it? Let me tell you. I already tell you here that here you will get member force from here. This gauge you will get member force, and from here you will get a member force. So you will get these member forces. So you, if you are getting in kg, so you have to convert it in Newton by multiplying 9.81 Newton. So you will get this practical result of member forces from here for the FAB, FBC, and FAC, which we calculated by theoretically when we were solving trusses. You have to find out percentage as error as well, but before a percentage error, what you have to do, you have to find out the analytical result. For analytical result, what calculation you have to do, let me tell you. For example, your length is coming out 0.61 Newton, 61 meter. 0.61 meter, 0.72 meter for AB is 0.61, BC is 0.61, and AC is 0.72. So I am going to tell you for the calculation of the first for example, first reading. When you put the load of 5 Newton, so how can you calculate the analytical result for member forces? So let me tell you. Then I am going to do the calculations for this, and I am going to share the screen. So how can I share the screen? So recording is going on now. I have to go into the where for first 5 Newton I have. So how can you do the? You can say for the case 1. So I am going to draw insert. I have to go in the insert option, and then I am going to take this triangle because I need this triangle. If this is your triangle, so what I have to do should be black, and the weight should I have to increase it. Okay, then what I have to do, I have to go in the insert option, and I'm going to, this is W. So now what I have to do, I'm going into the insert option, shapes. This, for example, this is A. So shape outline, no outline. I have to make it bold. So this will be here, paste. So for example, this is C, and this one is D. Now what I have to do, and the weight is hanging over here at the center of the apparatus is W. Now what I have to do, I have to find out the angle first, and how can I do it? So let me tell you. And opposite side of capital A should be small a. This is small b because we have only 3 corners, so A, B, C. So this will be small a. Then what I have to do, I will put it here, and obviously the opposite side of C is a small c. Then what I have, this should be small d. It's done. Now what I have to do, I have to find out angle here. So how can I have to find out, this is theoretically. Then for example, I will color it. This should be like this. Then for example, this is B, small b, and what I have to do, I have to copy it here, paste it, and obviously this angle, this is angle A, so it will be, I have to go into the insert symbol option, take alpha. So it's done. Now I have to copy this, I will paste it. Now okay, done. Now next is, this will be like this. Then now I have to copy this, this will be here. So this will be gamma. So I have to go into the insert symbol option and take is gamma, and another angle is So for this I have to do shape fill, no fill. So it will be beta. So I have to go into the insert symbol option and I will put beta over. It's done. Now I have to find out these angles first. And how can I do it? So let me tell you, I have to write down, for example, I have to write down by using cosine law, because all the three angles are unknown. So I have to write down a small a equals small a square equals to b square. I can do one more thing here. Go into the insert option and I can select equation, and in equation I can take script. No, it's not. Yes, it's done. Small a, it should be square. Then I have to do what? Plus. Then b square. So for this, what I have to do, I will select this, control V. So it will be b square. B square. So it is equals to. Now I have to take this again, control C, control V, and it will be c square. Minus 2bc 2bc cos of alpha. So I will go in the insert option. The opposite of small a side is alpha. So I will put angle symbol alpha. So let me make it big and its size is also big. Bold. Done. Now I have to put the values which I have taken in this slide. Let me share the screen. The side AB is 0.6. So for example, I will copy this and I have to go into the new. So I am going to put it here. Now this you can see. So I will put these values here. So in small a is the side, small a is the side BC. Small a is the side BC. So I will take the value of BC. So what is it? So small a is the side BC. So small a is BC 0.6 square. So I will put here square. Then I will go in the font option, deselect subscript. Then equals to side B, small b. Small b is AC. Small b is AC 0.72. So 0.72 again square plus bracket. Small c is the side AB. So AB is coming out to be 0.61. 0.61. It is also square. Minus 2AB 0.72 0.61 cos of angle alpha, and we have to calculate this alpha. Control C, control V. So let me make it superscript this square. It's it done. Hopefully it will be clear to all of you. Now what I have to do, I have to find out this cos alpha. So alpha here is coming out to be, I am just writing the answer directly, copy it, control C, so control V, equals to 54, whatever. Okay, now what you have to do now by using sine law, I will find it out gamma, because I already calculated alpha from here, so we will get gamma from here. So how can we do that? So let me tell you. For example, here it is sine gamma. You know it how to calculate it. So I will copy this here and paste it. Control V, equals to. Let me copy this, because sine, if sine gamma goes there, cross multiplication, so it will be C into sine of alpha. So I will insert alpha here, and this will become small a. Sine gamma goes there, C of sine alpha upon small a. So what we will get, I will apply sine inverse over here, so we will get gamma from here. So this will be here, and what it will be equals to whatever the answer we got it. Then finally again by using sine law, what we have to do, we will get the value of beta. So how can we do that? So if I am not mistaken, so for example, I am taking a upon sine alpha. We have already calculated it. So for beta, small b upon sine beta, small b upon sine beta. So it's up to you, whatever the combination you want to take it, you can take it. When you will get beta from here, means you will get all the angles alpha beta. So I am taking symbol here beta, so equals to. So after getting this, what you have to do, you have to find out these member forces, FAB, FAC, FBC. So how can you do that? You have to make, by using joint method, you have to find it. You will make free body diagram at joint A, as you do in the trusses. So this will be like this. For example, I am taking joint A. So how many sides you have? FAB, FAC and FAB. So by using joint method, using joint method. So when by using joint method, what you have to do, you have to draw origin, and here, so you will, this is FAB, so what we have to do, shape outline black, this is also black, and now I am going to do watch. This is FAC and this one is FAB member force. So for example, insert text box, I have to go into the shapes and taking insert text box. So it is joint A, and this should be bold. Shape outline should be no. This is a small. Capital A. Shape fill, no fill. Done. Now what I have to do, I am going to take copy and paste it over here. Then this will be FAB, F, capital A and K B, and I am going to make it subscript. Let me increase its size. This will be copy, and this one FAC. So what you have to do, you already got the angle FAC. You already get the angle. So what is angle over here? It is alpha. Copy and paste it. This is done. Now I will write down alpha, insert alpha. Now what you have to do, you have to break the FAB into its component, and you have to sum up horizontal forces and vertical forces, and you will get your member forces. So when you will get your member forces by using joint method, you will take a joint A, B, C, whatever the joint you want to take it, you can take it, and you have to find out all the three member forces from here. And then what you have to do, let me tell you, share and this screen. So what you have to do here, you will write down the analytical result over here and practical result over here, and then you have to find out the percentage error. And you know very well what you have to do for the percentage error. You have to take the higher value, subtract the smaller value, and divide it by the higher value, and multiply. Then you have to multiply with 100. Then you will get your percentage error from it. Same goes for the weight. When you applied the weight load 10 Newton, then for 15, then 20, 20, 25, you will get all the values from here, and then you have to do the comparison between the two values. So this is the way how can you find out the member forces from here. So it's up to you. So hopefully it will be clear to all of you what you have to write down when you are increasing the load. So what is happening with the member forces? Is it increasing or decreasing? And what about the angles as well? So you should write in the conclusion, and you should have to show all the calculations how I did it. In this you can see here, you are looking at it. You have to show all the calculation, and separately stepwise for every reaction you have every for every weight, whatever the weight you have taken, for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you have to do it. So you have to find out the member forces by using joint method, and by and you can find out experimentally. So you have to compare both the values, and you have to find out the percentage error. That's all for it. Hopefully it will be clear to all of you.